Hey, my name is Tyler, and today I'm going to show you how to make an easy custom t-shirt like the one I have on here. The first thing that you'll need is, of course, a t-shirt. This is a cheap one from Michaels. Spray paint. I'm using Rust-Oleum flat black enamel. Mounting spray to create crisp lines on our stencil. A heat gun so we can set our paint after we have sprayed it. Paper so that we can mask off the areas that we don't want overspray to get onto our t-shirt. And last but not least, stencils. I've cut these out using a Cricut machine on a piece of plastic so that I can use them over and over again. The first thing that we need to do is we need to take our mounting spray and spray the back of our stencils. The reason we are spraying the back is so that when we place it down on the t-shirt, our text is located in the right direction. This particular spray takes 5 minutes to dry so that it is not permanent. If it was permanent, we would not be able to take our stencil off of our t-shirt. I recommend spraying this outside in a place without a lot of traffic so that you're not walking through it after you're finished with this project. The reason we are doing our spray first is so that it can dry while we get the rest of our stuff set up. To set up a t-shirt, we need to have one piece of paper on the inside in order to prevent bleed through when we're doing our painting. For this particular t-shirt, I'm going to be putting the stencil about right here, kind of like a pocket tee. The more you have it hanging off of your work surface, the less area that you have to mask. Next thing we need to do is to place our stencil. So if I want my stencil to be somewhere kind of right in here, we're just going to line it up. And make sure it's straight and our t-shirt is flat so we don't have any wrinkles. Then we're just going to press it down. You want to make sure you get everywhere pressed down, because anywhere it's not pressed down, the spray paint will bleed through underneath of your stencil and then your stencil won't look good. One tip for aligning your stencil is to look at the own shirt that you have on. So if I want my stencil to be somewhere like right in here, I kind of look to see where it is vertically using the armpit, and then using the neck to reference how far horizontally in the left-right direction that I want it to be. So if I want it to be right here, I kind of look to see, okay, I'm this far away from the armpit, and I want it to be this far down on the t-shirt. The next thing we need to do is to mask off our t-shirt so that we don't get any overspray. If you put your mask underneath of your stencil, it can't spray up, as in if it was this way, there's gaps and stuff underneath of your, or in between your mask and your stencil. So if you put it underneath, it prevents any kind of gaps so that there will be no overspray onto your t-shirt. Alright, now it is time to spray our shirt. So we're going to go back and forth like this, and then we're also going to go up and down so that we make sure we get even coverage across the whole stencil. Alright, now we have to remove it so that we don't get any bleed throughs. This can be tricky sometimes because sometimes the adhesive doesn't want to let go. And there we have our stencil. We're almost done. The last thing we need to do is to use our heat gun to set our spray paint. This particular one has a multitude of temperatures, and I'd normally just turn it on and use the low temperature, which is at 850. Make sure you keep your heat gun moving so that you don't burn a hole in your t-shirt. You could also use a dryer instead, but this is much quicker. And now our stencil is set. For this t-shirt, I'm having 2 stencils. The other stencil I'm going to be putting right here on the back, like this one has on it. So now to repeat the process. And here we have our 100% custom designed t-shirt. We have our logo in the front and our logo in the back. Let's see what it looks like. Here is our final product. Overall, it looks great. Our front logo is just a hair too far to the left, and our back logo is nice and centered. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos.